I'm back. It's been a long time. And I don't have any reasons. I had a lot going on. Um, and there are times where I really wanted to get on. And there are times where I was just like, I don't know, and just get distracted by life and things like that. Or TikTok, whichever of the two. Um, so, um, back to my old self for the most part my hair. um I don't know, it's just lots been going on in my life and everything. Just some changes and some things coming up that I do plan on talking about just a little bit later, but not yet. um so the reason why I wanted to get on here today was just to talk about how I was feeling today in particular. um and I'm saying a lot, I can notice in that. So I feel like there are days where you have more emotions that you don't really know how to process and deal with at times. And so it's just like, it can be overwhelming. And like for me, I don't like to be overwhelmed with feelings because I really don't like to feel. That is definitely an Aquarius trait. We don't like to share and express emotions and feelings, things like that. Just rather deal with it inside and internally and deal with it and move on. Definitely not express it outwardly. So just a lot of things going on. Work is just super stressful, and um, the guy that I'm dating, D, has been MIA for almost a month because he's dealing with stuff, his own personal stuff in his life, and I don't want to share like what he's going through, but it's hard for me to process this. It's hard for me to um I understand when people go through things and how like they'll want to retreat to themselves, not be bothered, um not want to deal with it. Not I'll put it this way. They're dealing with their stuff, but then they close everybody else out, like their friends, their family, or whomever they're close to deal with whatever it is they're dealing with. If it comes with emotions, if it comes with serious decisions or just life altering things, they block people out. And so this is kind of hard for me to deal with because like we've been almost talking for like a year. It's been a year now, I think about it. Actually, it'll be a year and 2 weeks from our first date. And but we've been talking for like communicating and stuff like that for a year, because that's when we got on to COVID. Like we got onto online and we met because of COVID. So I got a text from him some weeks ago, saying that he was sorry and that he was distant, and um didn't quite know how to deal. He had like two losses that were close to him, and then some other stuff going on that's kind of set him over the edge. And I think the thing that's hurtful to me is just that I'd hope that he would want to reach out at some point just to like say I'm okay, or I don't know. I'm just not sure like how to feel about it. And I'm on spring break, or was on spring break Like, this is the night before going back to work, and which is like the worst nights ever. It's like Sunday nights. They're the worst to me because it's just like, gotta go to work. But it's also the day that I exchanged today was the day I sent my kids back to their dad. And so that's always hard too, because my oldest daughter, she's always like sad about it. And she comes to me when she knows it's her time for her dad to pick them up, or when we meet. And she's always like, Mom, I want to stay with you. Can I stay a little bit longer? Can I stay a couple more days? And those are moments that are really hard for me, because she remembers what it's like for us when we were separated. And there's like a wasp or something outside my window. But she remembers what it's like for me and him to be together. And so it's like the youngest, Ella, she doesn't know the difference. Like, she doesn't remember us being together. So she's just used to us exchanging. So she'll say things like, don't worry, Mommy, kids come back. And it's like from Daniel the Tiger. They watch Daniel's Neighborhood or something like that. It's like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood that they revamped with Daniel the Tiger. And there's an episode where he's upset because his parents are leaving and he's got to go to school or something. And he's like worried that they're not going to come back. And the song is Grown Ups Come Back. And Ella and her 3-year-old self, who's so much wiser than all of us, she changed it to Kids Come Back. And I just thought that was just like really sweet and like so grown up. So she'll say that to me. She even sang it to her sister today. And I had a moment where I got overwhelmed from the week and everything that was going on. Just in my mind, because I stay in my head. And just being stressed out. Like, people that have spouses and partners to help them raise their kids don't realize how fortunate they are. Like, even if you feel like you do more than the other person, it's still 10 times better than not having anybody to help you at all. Especially when you want to like go to the bathroom, take a nap, take a shower, uninterrupted. And you would think that those things are not big deals. Those are big deals. And when I was breaking down in the shower, because that's usually when I have my meltdowns, in the shower, where no one can see me or hear me, I hold in all of my feelings for them from the week, mind you, especially when I'm dealing with the girls, and trying to be like good parent and making sure that, I don't go off on them or just anything like that. Just all the emotions all come flooded out in the shower. And my oldest is just like, it's like so funny, because there are times when they don't bother me and they'll be missing and I'm like, where are they? And as soon as I get in the shower, that's when they want to start asking for a million things or bothering me with things that just don't matter at that moment. And so the oldest was just banging on the door. She kept coming in for nonsense reasons, and I'm like, Daria, and she'll get stubborn with stuff, and I was just like, can you just give me a minute? Let me get out the shower first. And she was like, well, Mommy, I need blah, blah, blah. And I just banged on the shower and I was like, get out my room. It was probably 10 times louder and crazy sounding, banging on the like shower wall. And like, she just, I could hear her like start to cry and run out the room. And the minute I did it, I felt terrible. Like, I hurt my hand for like a minute or so. And it's just like, I just felt like a crazy woman. But it was just like, it was just so many emotions I couldn't even like tell you. Just anxiety and just stuff. And just to have a moment by myself. Like, you know, I had friends that like family that went out of town for spring break and everything, and I was like, man, I would love to do that kind of stuff or whatever, but it's like I don't have the money for it. You know what I mean? Like you think about when you come from two income household to one, it's a huge difference. Things you just used to be able to do, you can't do anymore unless you just really plan. And it's hard to travel with two little kids and just the help you get, And so when you haven't had that before, it's like you don't know what you're missing. But when you've had it before, you know what you're missing. So today is one of those things. It's a hard day to me. And as much as I like need the breaks for my kids and stuff like that, I do appreciate the weeks I have off. Like I'm always sad when they leave. When I see them walking with their dad and stuff. Just hard. It's heartbreaking. So I don't know if I look forward to get married again, but I look forward to being in a partnership again with someone. Like just to have, like I think about my dishwasher or the sink underneath, leaking and stuff in the yard, and just when you're single, you're used to it, it's not a big deal, but it's like when you have been married, it's like you get to come back into the single world again. It's so hard. It's like I'd rather have stayed single, if that makes any sense, because I would just have known that world and know any different. You know what I mean? You just live, you just go on, you do what you do, you keep it moving, or anything like that. But when you're having to budget for just like your car, like who's gonna get a car, and this, like it's just stuff like that you you have the kids and you got it's a lot. It's a lot. And it just got overwhelming this week for me. So don't know what's gonna happen, from this point moving forward and stuff like that. So it's just a little sad. And yeah, just trying to move forward, trying to keep moving, and we'll see what happens, on the end of another side of this, So for right now, this is where I'm at, and we'll see how long it lasts. So that's all for now, and till next time, peace.